Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Hopefully y'all slept well, had a great day. It is Thursday. We are having a panel today. Have a special guest panelist that'll be on here, let alone anybody else that wants to come on up. Had to do some arm twisting, but he decided he would come up. It's official. It took 29 minutes to make a pot of coffee this morning. The light just turned on. If you guys were here yesterday, remember me having to clean up a big mess. Went to make coffee, and the Bunn coffee maker, something went broke loose in it. I don't know what. I'm gonna take it apart and see if I can fix it. If I can, I'm going to. If I can't, might save some parts out of it, because I was thinking last night, hey, I could use if I could use a tank warmer or whatever, the warmer in it, and put that in my cart, plug that in so I can have hot water all the time. So I don't know. Just a thought. Good morning, Christy. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. Good to see you. RG Homestead, good morning. Nice to have you here. You're welcome. Kim Fife, good morning. Man, you're up early. How are you doing today, Kim? Nice to see you. How's Pam? Hi, Pam. You're looking lovely as ever. So, I got to stay up later at night and do some running around YouTube. So generally, after I get up in here during the morning, I go and look at a few other, videos and stuff like that of other people, and then I'm basically generally off here. I'm usually maybe on Facebook, and if I'm not even on that, I'm looking at the auction sites and stuff. I'm watching news all day long. You got to know the news. Cabs having wisdom to know the difference. New video. 3:30 a.m. in Arizona. That's right. That's early there too. It is. You guys all been wondering why I keep calling them the Beverly Hillbillies and Fred Sanford. That's why. They had a pickup sit outside the house for 12 days on the road. Set right on the road, no license plates on it for 12 days. Before a cop finally pulled up behind it, run the tag on it, found out it wasn't registered, and then called for a record. 12 days. There was a motorhome that sat out here for about 3 weeks one time. And I can see a motorhome sitting out there because there's no place actually to park a motorhome in a driveway. And it had plates on it, but it wasn't his. He was working on it, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. So, they finally ended up getting a big record and taking that back out of here. But there was nothing to have cars being pulled in, cars being pulled out at 3 o'clock in the morning. because the record guys that were doing it off the books. They'd go get cars and bring them to them and get paid cash. You know, instead of charging a customer or paying the boss that owns the record. Yeah, they would do short little runs in town where they didn't have to have too much mileage put on. But it was nothing to see records out there at 3 o'clock in the morning dropping off a car. I did get a call by the mayor yesterday. The mayor called me. Wanted to know what was going on. I said, it's not the homeowner. It was the person that lived there. But it's also the city's fault. And he said, well, how's that? I said, I've been there several times to complain. And all you guys do is come over, knock on the door. Nobody answers, and you turn around and you leave. Sit outside. Sit out there and park out in his driveway. They're there. Park down the street and wait for him to come walk out and work in the yard. Or, walk out and work in his garage. Once you see him out there, pull up and say, here, buddy, clean it up or else. He said, well, we did probably fall a little short. But he is going to court. He was served a court notice January 8th. All right, well, this is almost April. When's this dude going to court over it? He's already moved out. He's already did enough damage. When's he moving, or when's he going to court? There is a pile of dog crap out there. I bet it's 10 foot by 10 foot on the outside of the house as you're coming out of the front porch. I'm sure the neighbors next door like seeing that. I'm sure they like smelling it. And I can just imagine what the inside of that house looks like right now. Absolutely astounding how people will live. Wife says, I don't know how they do it either. Isn't that what you said? Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I thought you said. That's what I thought at one time, but the guy couldn't even do a chop shop right. So there, RG. Advertises on Facebook about working all the time on cars, but then again, he doesn't tell you how many. It says he always has repeat customers. Now, they repeat all right because they come back and get the same stuff fixed over and over and over again. His wife used to work on cars, and I yelled across the street one day. I said, well, right there's a better mechanic, because every time she works on something, it doesn't come back. Oh, yeah. I don't think they do drugs, but it's not the best deal, I'm telling you. So, I don't want to air their dirty laundry, but let's just put it this way. You can wash your laundry, put it on the clothesline, it's still going to be filthy. No. So that's my deal. Anything going on with anybody else? Well, the owner is gonna clean the property up. I just was trying to show you guys what we've had to live with for the last 2 years. And, you'd say something to the guy across the street, he'd just laugh it off. Yeah. Kathy would literally go pick up the crap in our yard and go over and dump it back in his yard while he was outside. Didn't bother him a bit. And he wouldn't pick it up then. He'd just sit there and watch it blow back in our yard again. So the guy that actually owns the house come here about a month and a half ago, I guess it was, close to 2 months, said, hey, they're moving out. So I'd let you know. I heard you guys might be interested in buying the property. Let me know. We're gonna, look at the house, clean it up, and then, we'll let you come in and look through it, see what you think. Well, I can tell you right now, it's going to have to be a low price. So, or, it's going to have to be. There's just so much, there's so much damage been done by the dogs and the cats and stuff going in the house. Even though, you can get all them smells out and stuff, it's the point. Well, you got to, chemically scrub the house and air it out. That house I have to air out for a couple of weeks before you can even scrub it out, just to help get the smells out of it. There's a couple of solutions that you can put on stuff, and you let it sit there for 5 or 6 hours, and then you mop it up, and then you put it on again. You let it sit for another 5 or 6 hours, and you mop it up. Then you spray a light spray on it, and then you let that dry, and that'll take the smell out of it. And I've used it because this house right here, they had a dog or something like that, and it practically, that's the way it. When I pulled up the carpets and stuff, you could smell dog piss. So I ended up doing that, and it set me back about a week, because by the time I did it, I mopped it on there nice and heavy and let it sit overnight. Come back, mopped it up with hot water, then did the same thing, mopped it back in again. So, good morning, Just Me. Looking lovely as ever. Well, that's good. Or isn't it, RG? You gonna have fun with a granddaughter? Just Me, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Kevin, how you doing, man? Nice to have you here. Yeah. So that's what I dealt with all day yesterday. I am going to put it on Facebook, but I sent the video exclusively to the mayor on his Facebook. Let him look at it first. He was less than impressed. So then he's calling me up on the phone. He says, "Man, I just ran a red light." I said, "Don't worry about it. I'm sure you can get that ticket fixed if you get pulled over." He starts laughing. He said, "You're probably right." Oh. That's good. Start at 6:30 in the morning, RG. Go out and get some breakfast with her. Take her out and give her some breakfast, and then start the day. Go on a crime spree. You missed the beginning of the story. I was talking about the neighbors across the street. Yeah, you have to watch the Adrian Public dump. They're Just Me. It's video I put out yesterday. Huh. Now there's a new house there with no junk. Imagine how that stuff works. That's right. Perfect time for a crime spree. That's right. Oh. Oh, trust me, John, I'm sure people have thought about burning down that house. Burning down the house. right. I'm sure plenty of people have thought about burning down that house. Yeah. Then you'd have to stand outside with a pitchfork. You kill all the rats that come running out of there, most likely. That's right. And then it's on. So look out, girl. World. That's right. Hey, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, rats. That rats are squirrels with straight tails. Somebody told me that the other day. He said, yeah, and squirrel's nothing but a rat with a fluffy tail. That's funny, Kevin. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they'll eat baby chicks. Excuse me.
In a break.
If I wasn't my own insurance agent at the time, it probably would have happened. That's funny. There you go. That's good there, just me. He was. He's like a good neighbor. Kevin Helming is there. There's money in insurance. It sure is, because if there wasn't money in it, there wouldn't be insurance companies. You're in good hands with Allstate. Fact is, all insurance companies want you to drive safer. So you used to be too? I used to sell Jewel tea. Is that the same thing? Come in here once a month, sell somebody something they don't want, something they didn't need. They are. They're all corrupt. Insurance is the biggest scam ever perpetrated on man, other than the email scandal for Hillary and the Russian collusion. So, but then again, it's a good thing, They finally found the truth and let Jussie Smollett off, because we all know he was innocent too, huh? Like O.J. Simpson. Yeah, he was innocent too. Doesn't fit us to quit. So, there's been so many wrongs in our life. I'm just waiting for a right one time. then you shouldn't be in business if that's what you want to do, just me, because there's nobody in business to be a person in business to help people out. It's, being in business and helping people out at the same time does not work together. Oh. Everybody's thinking, man, the guy's right. We've been wrong so many times the last 40 years, 30 years, 35 years. We are looking for it right now. So you might be. You don't have to be quiet or they're just me. You're okay. You're fine. If you guys
talk to me like that again, I'll slap you in the face. Got it? When I talk to you, I want answers too. Then to tell me, where's my help? You don't talk to me like that. I'm right here.
I want to help people too. That's why the spiders bite. Hoping one of them be right. That's right.
You want to ignore me?
Yeah.
I can ignore you.
Well, you know what, there, Kevin? You guys got to try that insurance that we have here in Michigan. Because if you had the insurance we have here in Michigan, you guys would cry. Our insurance costs are going up again. Because it's state mandated. They have to. They have to charge you more. We have the highest insurance in the country. But our state mandates that we have to pay more. I said, it's a law that we have to pay more. Oh, yeah. No, the law is that the insurance companies can't charge you more than like 4 or 5%, interest or extra every year, or on top of what they're charging now. So every year they get to charge you 4 or 5% more. Every year they get to charge you 4 or 5% more. When does it stop? It'll never stop until when you're home and the only thing you can eat is the glue off in the back of the stamp to send them your payment. Because that's the only thing you can afford. That's right, the golden rule. You're right, just me. Excuse me. Are you supposed to be doing that in here? Thank you very much. Goodbye. You said you should start singing here. Carbon tax.
Does that bother you?
What's that?
Sing the song.
Huh?
Just singing the song.
No, da da da. Yeah. You're right, Yankee. And by the way, good morning, Yankee. Good morning, Tammy Sprinkle. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. 6 o'clock. Well, he's 54 minutes late. Oh, that's 6 o'clock Central. You guys are on that funny time. I call that extortion. It is extortion. Good morning, Brenda. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. You're right, Ozark. Well, back in the 70s, things were okay. Even the Democrats and the Republicans got along. They didn't sit there and scream, argue, and yell and fight. They even tried to work together in D.C. So. Oh, she's in here. She's just lurking. She's got the biggest smirk on her face right now because she said, "Oh, they caught me." Yeah, she's here. She had a picture of herself yesterday with some funny, I don't know, one of them doctored up photo things on there. She looked funny. She looked like a clown. So, Molly Gordon, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Did you do something different to your hair, dear? Don't act like this, oh, I'm pregnant. I can't get up. I can't do this. You're only a couple of months pregnant. Get up and do some jumping jacks. Get the blood flowing, Molly. Come on, Molly. You can do it. Toe touchies. Ready? Begin. Not in my 70s. I think we're going to have a good morning, Bobby Sprinkle, and everyone in chat. How are you doing today, Bobby? I hear you have some special news. I will bring you up on a panel. But I think what I'm going to do so what's up for the coming weekend? Well, Kathy's going to her sister's Friday, and then they have a bunco game Sunday or Saturday. And I don't know if she's coming home Sunday or Saturday night with my daughter, or if she's going to spend the night again and have her sister.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so she's coming home
No,
Saturday.
don't tell me what to do.
I'm not. They're asking what the weekend is, so I am going to. I got some oxtails give to me, and I think what I'm going to do is bring them in. Wash them up, salt, and soak them in some salt water. And then I think I'm going to make some beef broth with them. So they're actually marked as soup bones, but it's oxtail. So that's right. Some species eat. Anyways, I think I'm going to start an exercise program here every morning. I'll sit here and you guys exercise. Toe touchies, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3. And we'll do 10 sets of 3 or 3 sets of 10, and then we'll start with push-ups and sit-ups. I'll be able to tell which one you guys aren't doing anything. So come on. I'm waiting for Google to open up. It doesn't like working in the morning.
Oh, so you want to look ugly.
Huh.
Where's your hair tie?
All right. Message sent to Robert Sprinkle. Yeah. It's 1, 2, 3. You put your arms up in the air, then come down, touch your knees, and then touch your toes, and then back up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Da na 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 na. Oh, liver and onions. That's right. Liver and onions today. Yeah, it'll keep you young, Molly. It will. Let me go get a cup of Java. I'll be right back. Now that I made this, this is a 32 cupper. So, but like I said, the bun took a crap yesterday, so I'm going to try to figure out, see if I can fix it. If I can't, I might part it out and use some of the parts to make a tank warmer for my hot water heater for my hot dog cart. You ever can't tell? Yeah, it's pretty here. Where'd you get the hair from? Is it yours or did you borrow it?
Nana did.
Oh, Nana did your hair. Okay. Did you get the invite, Bobby? I sent it, Bobby. My granddaughter just told me I was doing it wrong. It's not 1, 2, 3, it's heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. So that's how you do it there, just me. Well, that's your own personal business there, Bobby. Leave poor Tammy alone. She ain't got time for that stuff. Anybody else would like to come up on the panel? Anybody? Anybody? Oh. You see where the Chicago Police Union is calling in on the FBI to investigate this travesty of justice. So if you think, our Jesse Smollett getting off was nothing, wait till R. Kelly gets off on all the rape charges. That'll happen too. What's the difference? A felony's a felony. So what? It'll happen. Now that's all we got around here is 24-hour gyms. It's not Christmas time yet, honey.
What? I put up.
Well, thank you, Long Con. Nice to have you here. Len Con? Thank you for being here. It's nice to have you. Oh, yeah. He's as guilty as the day is long, too. There is no way an adult wants to play with kids. I don't care how nice he is or how nice they are. They don't want to be surrounded by kids unless they have an ulterior motive. These kids were paid up. And if he wasn't guilty, why did he pay the families? What, to keep them quiet? No, I'd have had my day in court. I could have proved him to everybody that I wasn't that person that I'm being accused of. Well, you pay them off in court and let them sprint, shove it underneath the rug. Yeah, while you're resting, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Why would he? Why would he have a secret room? Huh? Just for it. It's my little hideaway. Come on in here, kids. It's like my little camp hideaway. It's my fort, my hideout. Yeah. Oh. That song isn't about that. That's not his kids. He likes Billy and his jeans. That's what it's about. It's Billy Jeans, not Billy Jean. Billy and his jeans. I'm sorry, that guy just creeped me out, especially when you go from being the skin color of black to being the skin color of white. There wasn't no disease. He had a plastic nose, They had to. The end of his nose was gone, so this piece had to be glued on or whatever, and then cosmetically blended in so you couldn't tell, but you could see it was different. I have not seen the guy yet. So this piece had to be glued on or whatever, and then cosmetically blended in so you couldn't tell, but you could see it was different. Oh, you need to shut sound off there, Bobby. I have not seen that yet. His nose was gone. Yeah, and he denied not having any surgery. Yeah, that's right. That's because your cheeks got lifted and your chin got narrowed and your eyes got pushed together closer, and yeah, yeah, none of that happened.
Well, good morning, Keith.
Good morning and happy birthday, Bobby.
BJ. Good morning, Desmond. BJ.
Okay, Bobby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby. Happy birthday to you.
BJ Keith.
Yeah. You guys don't know how much hair that takes to do it that way. All right, you gotta get the bacon strip ready. Hey, John, before you go, I want to show you something I put up yesterday on Facebook. This was funny. I laughed so hard, I couldn't stop laughing. I gotta get back to it. Let's see. Keep talking, Bobby, while I find this.
Again, PJ Desmond again. PJ out to him too. Actually, again. Okay, actually, almost I am born 9 on what now? And Bill at 249. Hey, Keith, are we looking for?
I'm looking for a picture.
Oh,
I saved it yesterday.
What? Oh, there we go.
I'm just trying to figure out where the hell I saved it to.
PJ and Nick can live. Yes, today at noon, on my time, Houston time, I'm going live, and I'm going to cooking Houston Castle Roll.
All right, here it is. Let me bring it up. You guys can read it. I thought it was so funny. It was pathetic. Oh, where'd it go? They won't let me share the name screen. Can you guys see that?
No,
You can't see it?
no.
I'm trying to share the screen, but for some reason it will not let me share. Okay, let's try again. Screen share. Huh. Okay. Maybe I have to do it this way. No, it's the share is marked out in green and it will not let me share. Anyways, it is it's a Kodiak grizzly. Picture of it with its mouth wide open, and it says man survives a Kodiak bear attack with just a .22 caliber pistol. The friend he shot in the knee was not as lucky. Oh man, I started rolling when I seen that. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be you just can't be the slowest. So, well, maybe see if it'll work this way. Nope, it ain't gonna work that way either. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure it's another one of the YouTube spiner things. Oh. Jay, he's looking good for 21, isn't he? All right, there, Archie. You have a good day, man. Take care, man. So, what's going on, Bobby? Start talking, brother.
Imagine only done that much.
Yeah.
It just, hey, I'm down. Okay, Keith. Okay, Keith. I just tell them I'm pictures on Facebook. Okay, let me get it, and I will post it for
All
you.
right. I'm still trying to catch my breath after the birthday song. Caroline, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Yeah, it was a good looking breakfast you had. I made omelets yesterday morning after I got off. Ham and cheese with sweet pepper and onion. I put cheddar cheese in it and Havarti cheese. And in mine, I put cheddar cheese, Havarti, and Munster. All right there, Yankee. Go feed the yard birds. You can't get it to work either? All right, there it is. I thought that was absolutely hilarious, man. The things you'll do to stay alive. Pow! Goodbye.
Yep.
You know, I love you, brother, but bang. That is funnier than hell, man. Thanks, Bobby. I don't know why I couldn't share, wouldn't share nothing. I couldn't get the screen to it would come up green. You small one? Okay. Good morning, Dirty Dog Diggers. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. We have a special guest on the panel. Would you like to come on up too, Denise? It's been a while since you've been up here.
PJ was doing your own.
Junkyard. Good morning.
They do know that I feel old, a little bit old.
Looks like you got your ears lowered.
Yeah. I'm well, keep I had to. Okay, as long as I got my haircut March 6th.
Oh, yeah. Any tips on leveling the spot on the hill? Yeah, you fill around it and make it all level. That's right, Caroline. Just a kid. Let me get yourself a hanky there so I can wipe that snot nose of yours there, Bobby. He's a youngster.
PJ killing me.
All right, John, you have yourself a great day, man. Remember, on your break, get that mulch or compost spread. It's 70%. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to grade all the way up. Make it level.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah. Got your driver's license? Well, we want to see the prison photo. Move your finger off in the picture.
PJ, yep.
Hold on, I gotta put you full screen. Looks like a prison photo there, Bobby. Just need a small spot. How big is a small spot? Take a 10-foot by 10-foot area, box it in, and then fill it. Make a frame and box it in, fill it in with dirt, tamp it all down, level it off that way. But leave the frame sit there, so it always so the dirt don't go nowhere, and then that way it's actually above grade. The water will drain off, and I would just fill it with if you were going to do a 10 by 10 area or something like that, I would fill it with gravel. Actually, pea stone. But that's what I would do. I would fill it with pea stone, and that way you got drainage. You got something easy to walk on, step on, whatever. You won't get too many weeds growing up around it. Especially if you put a weed barrier down before you put the gravel down. Appreciate it, love talking away. Well, I was there a long, long time ago when a shiny star was up in the sky, and me and two other guys, we walked clear across the desert. I wasn't carrying nothing but knowledge, but they decided they would carry oils and fragrances and stuff like that and spices. So I ended up helping carrying a jug of that stuff for them, but I just vastly took knowledge. That's what I took. There you go.
Hey, Dick Golden. Dick Golden. I saw Tickle. Tickle and get out of jail.
Tickle's in jail?
He was.
Hmm. You know what that is? I don't know. That's got to be so fake, because you can't tell me that the cops are letting these guys run around making moonshine and they don't know who they are. But the producers are, they're going right to these places where they're making moonshine. So it's all for family entertainment. Now that one that got out of making moonshine and is doing whiskey himself, or doing homegrown or factory made moonshine. He finally made something of himself. I haven't watched it in a few seasons.
Bill, as a woman, I think I'm a bomber or we'll let a person make so much moonshine, but you can't sell it.
Right. Well, a lot of places, a lot of states, you can't even make it. A lot of things, you can't make any distilled spirits.
Good morning, MD. I'm outdoors.
Good morning, MD. You just getting home for the night? That's right. It's nighttime for him. He works nights,
Oh, okay.
protecting our country. Thank you for your service.
I'll let you know when it's coming through the gate at 10 too.
And I'm gonna have to try that coleslaw. I got that video saved. When it gets warm out and we start to do some grilling outside and stuff, I'm gonna make coleslaw for one of the dinners. So, by the way, how's your ankle doing there, MD? You back to 100%? Probably never be 100%, but okay. I'll have to check that out. You're probably right. It's probably as good as it is going to get. Today is Bobby's birthday, MD. 49 years old.
I'm doing now. I'm 18 more.
What's for breakfast? Well, we're probably going to have just some eggs and bacon today. So maybe some biscuits. Or maybe, just maybe if she's nice enough, we might just have a biscuit, egg, and bacon with cheese sandwich. How does that sound? How does that grab you? So, I could go all out and do some hash browns and everything else. That's right. You don't look a day over 48 and 364 or 48 years, 364 days old. I am having a panel tonight, MD, so 8 o'clock Eastern Standard till 10. I know you have to work third shift, but if you'd like to come on for a little bit, you're more than welcome. Come to the panel tonight and say, hey, dog, put me on, and I'll send you an invite. It's always a pleasure. That's right. At 50, that's when you really start to feel it there, Bobby. Okay. That's all I can ask.
Well, I know. There's a woman. Okay, there's a woman you.
What's that?
I say there's a woman you. I will be busy.
Now, I know you'll be 51 more years. Then you'll start feeling it. You'll really know what old is. You'll get up in the morning and your bones are cracking and say, what the hell was that sound? And oh, where'd that come from? You'll hurt in places you didn't even know you had. That's right. The doctor gives you a special test. That's what he means by feel. That's right. Could you drop your trousers and bend over the examining table just for a minute? Doc, where would you like me to put my clothes? Over there next to mine. You're going to get it. I don't mind getting the examination, but I just don't understand why both hands have got to be on my shoulders. It sounds like Moose's uncle. That's right. Yeah. I still want to get me a van, an old panel van, you know, an old van with no windows in it, and paint free candy on the side of it and start driving around town. Oh, I think that would be hilarious. Go where the Dollar Tree get, I don't know, or go someplace and get $100 worth of candy and start handing it out. About him pulling, I don't know if it was the last one. You're talking about the one pulling out the logs?
No. No.
All right. Good night, MD. You have yourself a good sleep. We'll catch you later. And then again, thanks for your service.
Here's a cake I made Bobby, but I got to ice it down this morning. I had to let it cool last night. I was out tired last night, so I got to ice it down today.
Well, that's good. Chevrolet Blazer. I'll have to watch that.
He called it a piece of duck. That Basil, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Junkyard, thanks for your comment on my video yesterday. Doesn't that look something? I told him the closer it come to running is when a Ford passed it. You want to come up on the panel, Junkyard?
Come on, y'all, come up.
Yankee Levin comes back up to see if he wants to come on. So any special plans today, Bobby, other than the chicken casserole for dinner and cake?
I
I got
don't know this yet. Keith?
a video that I'll send you. Guy celebrating his birthday. So. Make sure Tammy watches it. That way she can follow through and come through with a birthday present. All right, I'll send a link. Huh?
He's here. Oh, he's running out the Grammys.
Yeah, Kathy's grandson's here. He's going for surgery today. Baba, come here, buddy. Baba. Here, Baba. Here, Baba. Come here, Baba. Hey, yeah. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Yes, sir. Come here. There we go. There we go. Tell everybody hi. Yeah, good boy. You gonna go see Dad? Yeah. He got his eyes stitched. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Tell everybody hi. Yeah, good boy. Yeah. Take it easy, easy. Gonna go to the doctor.
Love you.
I think he's happier to see me than anybody else.
No, don't even try it. He was all about you.
Oh, that's a big dog, man. Oh, I tell you what, he is acting a lot more different now than he was the last time he was here. The last time he could barely give him a walk or anything. I mean, he's full of energy. He's feeling a lot better than he was to go for surgery today. He doesn't know what to fix his eyes, and then they're going to cut the test.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing.
Still got a little bit of background going to your computer there.
Doing some once and some twice.
Yeah.
How much y'all how much y'all did you cut?
I got about 6 acres.
Where you going? What? What? Oh, you're finding something.
I done about 2 acres yesterday out here.
Did you?
They got all of mine down. Though I wasn't there.
This out here runs, I got 2 acres here, and then it runs all the way down to where Mama's house was. There's about an acre and a half down there, then there's an acre out front. Almost an acre. I do it about once a month. I just run over it and trim it about 5 inches tall.
So, go ahead and say something.
Something.
Me?
Either one of you. I'm adjusting the level on the.
Oh, okay.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get. All right, I think it's working right. Okay.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Again, okay, I don't want me and I did with a houseboat and in a moonshine. They almost got coat.
That's a good boy. Just sit. There you go. Good boy. Now he's being nice and calm. Good boy. He's just so excited to see us popping his mama. Yes, he was.
What was that, Bobby, on Moonshiners?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna get your nuts cut today? Yeah. You want to get him sliced and diced, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a haul there.
You don't need them anyways, buddy. If you were married, she'd have them in her purse. Yeah.
Kathy Miller.
Kathy Miller, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever.
Good morning, Kathy Miller. You not looking over there.
Yeah, good boy. Tell him hi, Bubba. Oh, the good boy. He's not even a year old, this big feller. He's a little eating puppy, I can tell you that. Yeah. Huh? I didn't hear what you said.
Who? Not me.
No, Kathy.
No.
I know he's gonna have surgery today. But he absolutely loved his Nana Kathy. You gotta take him to the vet? Nana's gotta take you to the vet, huh?
Yeah, she's gotta be at college and take the girls to school, so.
Come here, buddy.
Said my grandma, yeah, it's a baby. Yes, honey. You're not gonna be happy because they're gonna fix it
I'll tell you what, this dog is funny, man. When they do his eye surgery, I guess it's gonna help his throat too at the same time. Oh, his throat surgery's later, but he is getting his eyes done, and he is getting, let's put it this way, he's having his manhood removed.
Little neutering job.
Yeah. I don't know why they just don't take a pair of loppers. Be done with it.
Our vet's 2 miles west of Boswell, then you turn down a gravel road about 2 or 3 miles, and when you turn on that gravel road, he knows where he's going.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Does he try biting you then?
No, he just gets itchy.
Angie, yeah. Easy, big fella. I bet this dog was every bit of 60 pounds.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Good morning, Tim. He's a good boy. Bubba, good boy. Yes, he is. Kathy would take this dog in a heartbeat. So would I after they get them all fixed, because I don't want the vet bills. They almost put him down last week because they took him to a specialist, and the specialist said the surgery was $7,000, and he needed to have it or he was going to die. Well, then they left and went to a different doctor, and the doctor said, "No, we'll do that for $300." Said they ain't gonna kill the dog. She'll tell you when she gets out here.
I gotta take my dog over and get his dew claws cut.
Oh, you don't want to be on camera? They think you're so pretty, Bubba. They do. Here's Monica.
$700 and I do help fix it. It's gonna cost me $900.
It's gonna cost 900, 700 for the surgery and 200 to fix it.
So, but they has over 2,001 just in that bills.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not a year.
I know. He's not a year old and already at $2,000 in vet bills for the dog.
See, but my daddy.
Good thing the dog was given to him. So, you know, if they had to pay, they wanted $1,500 for the dogs when they were getting rid of them, but they were friends of the family or something, and he
$2,500 for the dogs.
$2,500 for the dog.
But Brooke helped the girl through nursing school, so they gave it.
So his wife helped the woman through nursing school, trained her, you know, studied with her, whatever, helped her get her
Good morning.
school pass, so she did for the dog. And he was a pup.
I took,
Hi, Kate.
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning. Jerry, how are you doing? Nice to have you here.
I took my tuxedo cat over there a couple of weeks ago. He had a real, well, I think he had pneumonia.
Huh.
That cost me $100.
Been better off just open the window and throw the cat out as you're going down the road.
Got some antibiotics for him. One day he went from like deathbed to running a marathon.
Yeah, you can tell the difference. Hey, Jerry, when's that contest over? Can't find me that book. The Green Wizard book. So I can finish it. I need to read some pages. I want to enter again.
One thing about my vet, I get a Christmas card every year from them
Yeah.
and a couple of calendars sent to me.
Good medicine there, Jerry. Hey, welcome back, Bobby. Good boy. Nana left you in here while she went out and had a cigarette. That wasn't nice of her, was it? What's wrong with your back and kidneys? Drink some cranberry juice, because if your back and kidneys is hurting, it's probably your kidneys causing your back to hurt. Cranberry juice.
Bobby, I brought me some tubing out here yesterday. I'm gonna make me a little A-frame to lift my mower up with.
Oh, cool.
I got a couple of big ones, but they're 10 foot tall.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make one about 7 foot tall where I put me a little chain hoist on it and I can lift it up, back end or front end. There won't be nothing in my way there. And it'll come apart where I can move it real easy if I want to.
So you, Jerry, your contest and Bobby McNutt contest and everything was the same one then? Okay. I didn't know that. I thought they were different. See how nice and quiet he is? Yeah, a good boy. Congratulations to John Franco.
Seen on Channel 12 News last night, a guy I used to work with at McLeod. They chased him down and arrested him.
Huh.
Had a car chase and shots was fired. And I worked side by side with that guy.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. So what was the word that was misspelled then? I won't go read the book. He's being nice and good now. He just wants to be petted. Yeah, he was a Highlander. You're right.
Yeah, this is MC Leod.
Was that Conan McLeod? Oh, good boy.
I'll get that after he goes because 6:52 set, right? I'm hoping there's songs now. Or the ones you wear tomorrow.
So, Kate, how's your girlfriend doing?
How's your girlfriend doing? He's saying. I can't hardly hear our dog, baby. Not turn him up. How was your girlfriend doing? Look at you blushing. He's asking you. How's she
What's
doing?
that?
Tell them.
He's asked you a question.
How's your girlfriend doing, Cade?
She doing good?
Doing great.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And you kissed her on the bus yesterday. I see that.
Aww. So when's you,
People.
any talk about being married or married?
What? No.
Oh yeah,
No, I do not.
young love. So nothing wrong with young love, son. Nothing.
You had to be careful. You get expelled for that now.
You got to get going or something.
You're right, Tim. A little salt, pepper, chicken bouillon. Depends on how you like them. Chicken bouillon or beef bouillon. Depends if you want it Asian or if you want it rustic.
Oh,
Okay, high five day. You got to go. Tell everybody to have a good day. You got to go to school.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, Dad. Have a good day.
Bye, Cade.
Bye.
There you go.
Good boy. He's being so nice, just sitting here, just wanting to be fed. Got a bulldog for sale. Anybody want to buy a bulldog? You like that, do you? You do, don't you? Yeah. He actually reminds me of the bulldog on Tom and Jerry, but the way his stance is. My brother's got a bulldog. His name's Rocco, and Rocco's twice the size of this dog. Yeah. Tell everybody hi. Yeah. Poor old Rocco. Rocco's a bad boy. How can you not just love this face? She's got a face only a mother can love. I do know one thing though, you could use a breath mint. Bobby, you want a bulldog for your birthday?
No, I pass.
I smelled some of that wild garlic yesterday when I was mowing.
What's that?
So I smelled some wild garlic yesterday when I was mowing.
I bet you got a bunch of wild garlic out there.
Yeah, I got quite a bit.
If it's nice today, I'm gonna go out there and bust up a couple of my small raised bed gardens. I got a bunch of cloves and garlic in here. I'm gonna throw them out there and plant them, see if I can get something to come up. So I've never planted garlic. I don't even know how to do it, but I'm assuming if you plant a clove of garlic, that's how it grows. So
Yeah, you shove it in the ground.
yeah. Now, if you cut it in half, could you get two out of one or not?
Nah, it'd just be that one clove or sprout.
Okay, that's what I figured.
It ain't like a tater.
Yeah.
What's that Carolyn saying? Is it like ramps?
Bless them guy. Bless them guy. He goes.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Ramps is wild weed. I don't know, they fall. I wouldn't know what a ramp looks like.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
You didn't get your phone charged?
We got a lot of wild garlic and wild onions. Them little onions are pretty good.
I got a bunch of onions downstairs too. I might as well get those planted.
I set out a few onion plants the other day. I like them. I like them green onions when they start bulbing.
Right. So do I. I like to take green onions, mix them with cream cheese, and then spread them inside a slice of, lunch meat ham, the square type, and make roll-ups with them.
We used to plant 4 or 5 acres of onions out there at the prison, and they was 10-15s. That's what I got yesterday or the other day to put out. I told them boys, I said, that's how appropriate that is, 10-15. You know, when you got a prisoner in custody, that's a 10-15. On the regular. That's what they planted was 10-15s.
Huh.
They're pretty good onion. One year there, we had onions that weighed over a pound a piece.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You talk about onion ring onions, they was good onion ring onions.
Now, they grow a lot better in soil, or sandy soil, don't they, than anything else?
Yeah, that out there's pretty sandy. Now down my other place, it's sandy, but this here is black here.
Yeah.
Them old beer battered onion rings are pretty good.
I love beer battered onion rings, but it's hard to find a good place to make them. Usually, most of the time you get them, they're so damn greasy you can't eat them. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I need that grease at my age to keep everything lubricated.
There you go.
I got my blood test back from the VA yesterday. I was in pretty good shape.
Good.
My A1C was 7. A little bit high. My good cholesterol was just a little bit low. My bad cholesterol, it was all right. My triglycerides was okay.
Okay. You okay? Jeez, you need a breath, man. I don't know where that comes from. Ooh, go lay down, Bubba. Go see Nana. Hey. Whew. I think he farted out. Oh,
My blood pressure was up and I don't know where last time, so they got me a blood pressure machine. I've been checking my blood pressure and it's been running pretty low.
What's your blood pressure running?
Oh, sitting here, she checks it, it'll be 120 over 70, 125 over 70.
Hey y'all, good morning and happy.
That day I went over there, it was 170 over 80.
He's less than a year old there, Caroline. But he's going for surgery today. He's going to have his eyes fixed and his testes cut. We're going to see how high my blood pressure is right now, Gary.
Do what?
I want to see how high my blood pressure is. You're right, magnesium. He's going to that line. He's been to that several times in the last 2 weeks. Congratulations. I don't know if you can see that. 136 over.
Hey, too bad.
No. I still got, but they got me on blood pressure medicine. That's about what it's been running. You know, I can pass DOT physical with 142 over 75. So I'd still be able to pass a physical. It's just even though the roll number's a little high, that's still pass. I'm on lisinopril, 10 milligrams twice or 2 times once a day.
I take something, I forgot what it was. I let my doctor give that to me. I don't know what it is. He keeps up with it.
Yeah.
It's pretty low dosage though.
Right. Well, when I was first on it, before I was on 10 milligrams twice a day, or 2 pills twice a day. Then they decided to take me off in that and put me on 20 milligrams twice a day, 2 pills. And, you know, then they had another pill. I went and had this surgery, and within a month, my blood pressure was excellent. So
They changed my mom. They changed my mom's one time. The heart doctor she usually seen was gone, and this other doctor changed her medicine, and she took 1 pill. She's supposed to take 2, and her blood pressure went to 80 over 40. It real low.
yeah,
And if she took both of them, it probably killed her.
you're right.
We called the hospital and asked them what to do, and they said, give her some coffee, give her some caffeine.
Yeah.
I said, that's all you can do.
Well, that's good there, Tim.
I gave Jim Kelly his home check. I got it. Get him to that Tuesday. Says him home.
If you make it Jalen,
Yeah, I do.
I had plans to do it and
I give them a bit of and I'm
Give him one. Just give him.
Dang, Carolyn.
Bubba just chased my son in the other room. Thought he was going to get something from him, but evidently not.
Well, did the mayor call you last night, dog?
Yes, he did. We talked for about 15 minutes. I said, you know, I'm not mad at the guy that owns the place. I'm mad at the guys that bought the place and then dumped it. You know, they should be the ones in trouble. They should be the ones they should go after. You know, well, we're trying our best. Well, we got a court date. He said he couldn't tell which one it was, but there's a court date that was put out January 8th. So, call your grandson.
Come on, dude.
Anyways, so they got to go to court. Like I said, I have no problem. The owner of the house is trying to clean it up, but there's a guy living in the house right now, and he can't touch it. And the guy that's living in the house ain't even supposed to be there. But he moved in. He was there when the original owners moved out, and he never left. He's not leaving. So nobody's paying rent.
He got to go to court and evict him.
You got to go to court and evict him. There's a dog living in the house. I don't even know if the guy's even in there anymore. I haven't seen him leave. I haven't seen him come back. But the dog's in there running around. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, man.
He may have died in there.
He might have because he's so damn contaminated in there. So they want us to take the house once they get it cleaned up and get the smells out of it because my son's looking for a house. So.
In the city, will probably clean it up and send the bill to the owner.
No, that's what they should have done to begin with. You know, if you don't mow your lawn, they'll come over and mow it.
Right.
And then they charge you. They should have done that to begin with. They should have grabbed 10 guys, a dump truck, a backhoe, and whatever, and come over here and clean everything out of it. Everything. And then charge you.
Yeah, they'll put a lien on your taxes.
Yeah. They did that to me one day. I got a bill in the mail for my other house, my lawn mowed. I said, oh, wait a minute, you know, because I was mowing the lawn every Tuesday and Saturday. And because, you know, it was only a 20-minute job, so I'd mow the lawn Tuesday was my day at work, and then Saturday was my day off. Or if I had to work, I was home by 12:30, 1 o'clock, so I'd mow the lawn. And so I started looking at it, and I said, no, this isn't good. I called down there, and they said, yeah. It took, they charged 6 guys, 2, and they had a dump truck that they had to have dump all their grass in. I said, ma'am, I live on a lot that's 29 feet wide and 108 feet long. There's a house in the garage on it. There's no way there was that much equipment on this place.
How much they charge you?
It was $600 and some. So I started looking. I said, "You guys better investigate this because nobody was ever here and mowed my lawn."
Damn, I gotta get in the lawn mowing business.
Yeah. Find out my address was east, and the address that they done was west. Yeah. So. And then I drove down there, and it was actually basically an open yard, you know, that when they mowed it, the yard was probably twice the size of my lot, but when they mowed it, it was like 5 feet tall. That's why they mowed it. So.
And a buddy of mine So a brother of mine and my dad again this guy was on disability, but he went to people's yard and okay, the money he kept people go with, he used it to build, use it to build him a house.
Huh.
But as long as he didn't move in the house because he passed away. And a year later, his mom and dad's house burned down, and people, people who knew them, help build up the house that was being built.
I'm fixing to go ice that cake down. Get that done. Later today, I got to read some tea.
I'll give you a little bit for you.
We'll stand in the plate.
I think Hugo has some ordinances back here.
Put it in your hand, and look it out at.
No.
What time you gotta go to bed? Okay. Dad, 7 just went by. Tammy, are you making Bobby breakfast for his birthday?
No,
Gonna make you a bowl of cornflakes?
Just a simple one.
Sure. Here it comes.
Keith, I'll be right back.
All right, man. I gotta go to the store and she gets back tonight.
We've had a rash of killings over here.
Yeah, the rash of killings.
Yeah, they found a guy from Sawyer, which is about 20, 30 miles away. They found his vehicle about 2 miles from my house over here down the pasture. And couldn't find him. It rocked on for a week or so. They come back and searched the area again. They found his car by a creek. So when the water gets up, it's got water in it. When it's not raining, it's dry. So they found his body 60 foot from the car in the creek.
Huh.
They couldn't find it the first time, they said, 60 foot away, but they never did say how he died, whether he was shot or what. And there's a woman been missing for about a month. They found her body over in a creek with a log chain around it and her hands tied. Then about 2 weeks ago,
Trying to steal more chain than she could swim with?
yeah, she couldn't carry all that chain. And about 2 weeks ago, right down the south edge of Hugo, guy was driving there in front of the little old Cedar Shed Cafe. The guy in the back seat reached up and cut his throat.
Huh.
And he died a little bit later.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to have you. Hey, we're going to be on for an hour and 15 minutes, Yankee. You want to come on up? Isn't that something, man? It's a good thing he wasn't rolling down the highway 60 miles an hour when the guy reached up so his throat.
Yeah, there's a girl in the front seat with him. She jumped out and took off, went and reported it. Otherwise, she'd probably been killed, or if he'd caught her.
Did he know the guy or just?
Oh yeah, yeah. They went over to his daddy had a restraining order against him, and they knew where he stayed, so they went over and they arrested him.
Huh.
Of course, I guess the girl's gonna testify against him.
That would be something, wouldn't it? Well, if you don't mind holding the reins for a little bit there, Junkyard. I have something going on that I gotta take care of. Yeah, go to a little voice room. Can you get a cup of coffee?
Rain the lizard.
Well, sort of.
Yeah, I got to change oil on my mower, Bobby. Oil and filter. And my little my little John Deere mower, I got to change oil in it. I put a new battery on it the other day. Starts a lot better now. Like I hear a heartbeat. Good morning, Renda. Just Blue Monday for you, Renda? All right, Christy. Yeah, Bobby, you're on mute. How far you got to drive to work, Renda?
I'll be right there, Junkyard Bobby.
Yeah, take your time, finish the job.
Have a cigarette. Go to eat. And then to, get this. Yeah, sure.
I will.
Shitty day. Or, supposed to be more good. You didn't want to
Go out here and get some stuff in the garden one day, please.
They didn't get this side.
Okay, I'm back. I'm kissing. Hey, kissing. No, and I am cooking it.
Welcome back, Bobby.
Everything come out all right?
Oh yeah, I had to make another pot of coffee. So we have the percolator now, so you know that takes a while to make. So, yeah. Bubba's here. He looks like he's lost his own lost friend because Nana went out to have a cup of coffee.
Brenda come by and said hi and bye.
I see her. Bye, Linda. I would love to, Keith, but I'm hacking and coughing and trying to clear my lungs.
She had to stop and get her one of them sweet Cheerios.
Okay. All right, Yankee, I appreciate it, man. We all love seeing you. That's right. Today, Bobby's cooking his own world-famous chicken casserole.
What's that sound I hear, dog? It sounds like a heartbeat.
Oh, that's my what? Huh?
She calls me and she says, you told me between 8:30 and 9:30. Oh no, I meant to tell you 8:30. He's already late.
It's my air purifier.
Oh, sound like a drum way off in the distance.
Oh yeah. All I hear is just a fan running.
Just real faint, ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
It's real faint. You don't notice it when you're talking.
Yeah. Here. Now the only thing running now you can hear is the furnace, but
Well, that's one thing here. That's one thing they run here in the last 3 or 4 days.
I don't even think that's the furnace. I think that's the refrigerator running.
In fact, it's 69.6 degrees, almost 70 in here. But it hadn't turned on last 3 or 4 days.
It makes it right.
I turned the air conditioner on. I turned it on the other night.
Yeah, she's getting ready to take the dog to the vet. The daughter-in-law told her between 8:30 and 9:30. So she was going to take the dog to the vet. She said, oh, no, I meant between 8 and 8:30. So now the dog's going to be a half an hour late before it gets there.
Oh, she said, I told you, did not. I was going to get you there.
You don't walk that dog, do you, dog? He walks you.
I don't walk no dog. Being no dog walking the house, what is it? No house walking the dog. Yeah, no. I don't walk dogs. Never have, never will. If I have to walk a dog, then there's something wrong with that damn dog. If it can't walk itself around, then too bad.
Come on, go. Come on, Chunky. I'm in trouble with you.
After I get off here and you get back, I need some barbecue sauce and stuff.
Yes, you wait.
Oh yeah, I'll wait. We're having barbecue chicken tonight. Oh my God. Chicken legs. I still got 10, 12 packages out there in the freezer. So that was a good buy there, Junkyard at Aldi's.
So you're having parts of a chicken.
Yeah, having parts of a chicken. You know, when it was like, I don't know, it was what, 69 cents a pound, and then they didn't sell a bunch of it. Hell, the packages were $3, and then they have $2 off. That was a good deal. No. What's that?
But wasn't feeling it, so I kept them home. Right.
I walked the dog over you. That's right, Yankee. I was there the other day and they had 85.15 hamburger, $2 off. It was $7.19, so I got $5.19 a package. I bought one because we made tacos with it last night. It was pretty good stuff. And it was just enough because there wasn't any left over when we got done. So, and I bought pork chops. They were $2 off. It was like a $5.50. They got it for $3.50. It was a pretty good deal.
Brother-in-law was working on a trailer house the other day, and the kitchen sink wouldn't drain.
All right.
Anyway, he kept running the auger down it and kept hitting something, so he just cut the pipe out. It was up there where you get to it, 1.5 or 2 inch. Anyway, he said it was stopped plumb up with grease. I said that was probably a burrito that went down it.
Right?
Had some Mexican staying in it. I said that's probably a burrito.
What I used to do,
Or else it could have been something else, but
I used to, somebody one time, they did that house over there at the other house. Went to do dishes and the water wouldn't go down. So what the hell's going on? So I took my shop vac and I sucked all the water out. Then I took the hose and went clean to the drain right there and through the sink. And I put the stomper on one side and I put some wet rags around it and I pushed down so I could make it like an airtight seal. And I just let that thing, the vacuum start sucking. And when it did, it brought up a great big old tube of grease about this long and about that big around that was solid in the pipe. And guess what? Water started flowing then. So, you know. And I did that.
He run an electric line out to his well the other day, and couldn't get the pump to come back on.
That might not be done.
So I asked him. I said, "Well, how you got it's 120 volt?" I said, "How you got it wired?" He said, "Well," he said, "I went and looked at my neighbors up here, and he said I got a black wire and a white wire on that circuit breaker." I said, "Well, that'd sound about half-ass right if you had a 240 volt." I said, "It takes 2 wires," but I said, "You got 120 volt." So anyway, I went out there and looked at it, and he had the black wire and the white wire on the output of the circuit breaker.
Huh.
And I said, "Well, that ain't gonna work." I said, "You put that white wire over here on the neutral, and put the ground wire over here on the ground lug, and put the black wire there, and it'll work." And so,
Thank God your brother-in-law's got a brother-in-law, huh?
he had another one hooked up. He had the black wire hooked to the neutral, and he had the white wire hooked to the circuit breaker. I told him, I said, "Well, that'll work." I said, "It'll work that way," but I said, "It's wrong." I said, "Somebody goes down there and works on the other end of that thing, and that white wire is supposed to be the neutral, and they find out that's the hot wire, they're going to be pissed."
That's right.
So he swapped those.
Yankee. Yankee says he's got a bunch of one-legged chickens down here. He can't eat chickens and collect eggs at the same time. But you can eat parts of them. Like that ham like that pig that Ray Stevens had. They ate them one piece at a time, and they never give us any indigestion. Like I said, though, your brother-in-law's lucky he's got a brother-in-law, eh?
Yeah, I guess. He said, "Well," he said, "Barney's is hooked up that way." I said, "No, it ain't gonna be hooked like that." I said, "His works and yours don't, right?"
Now the furnace is on. I was gonna go outside. I didn't know it was raining. So she says it's raining. So I look and it's raining.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just kind of drying out around here.
uh-huh.
It hadn't rained in 4 or 5 days now.
Do you see that Miracle Grow is making organic fertilizer now?
Yeah, what?
Organic weed killer.
No, but I seen where that marijuana beer sold out in 4 hours the other day that I was talking about.
Oh yeah. I bet that's some nasty tasting stuff.
I seen where Coors bought into a marijuana beer deal in Canada. Because it's legal federally in Canada, I think.
Yeah.
And really, in the United States, it's still illegal federally.
Right.
They signed up 40 people down here at the community center the other day for marijuana, medical marijuana.
Huh. And there probably ain't a thing wrong with 38 of them.
We had a doctor from Oklahoma City come down. This girl, she's a good friend of mine. She owns a used to be a beer joint right north of the Red River. They're gonna put in a marijuana dispensary there.
Huh.
I think they've already got their license. But anyway, she has him come down here about once a month. And he comes down from Oklahoma City, and I went there to pay my water bill the other day, and that girl told me, she said, boy, we just covered up. So you couldn't even park around here for the people. And what he does, he sits there and looks at you and says, yeah, I think you need a prescription.
Yeah.
And that'll be $120. Next. Yeah, you look like you need a prescription.
At least he looks at them. Up here in Michigan, all you had to do was call him on the phone and say, hey, it hurts when I do this. It hurts when I do that. It hurts when I do all of this. But don't do all of that. But here's a prescription.
Yeah, he does look at you.
Let me validate your credit card, and I will send you a prescription.
Now, if you're a vet or if you're on Medicare or Medicaid, it's only $80 instead of $120.
Yeah.
I guess they pay the rest of it. I know VA don't pay them. Because I asked them about that.
They just give you a discount.
They just give you a discount, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, he made about $6,000 there in, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours.
So are we going to call you Doc Junkyard?
I mean, I would come down once a month too.
Yeah. Yeah, I start giving prescriptions. Is anybody checking to see if this doctor's actually got a license to practice?
I don't know.
Now, I can write a bunch of prescriptions and nobody ever checks.
I guess I could print me off a license off the internet and do that. And go hit some of these little community centers and write me up $15,000, $20,000 and nobody ever know who it was.
Right. No cameras allowed.
No cameras.
Cell phones must be turned off and in your pockets.
Dr. Dope.
That's right.
Dr. Dope.
From the offices of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Oh, and you got to pay him in cash. He don't pay cheap. It's cash only. That's
Well, of course, because there's no records of cash.
It's non-traceable.
That's right.
and the pay is good. The check is good.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Jig.
Good morning, Greg. Nice to have you here. Good to see you. How's everything in Chocolate Land?
Hey, Bobby,
Go ahead.
what was that? What was that ex-cop that run interference for them last night? They paid him $5,000 for doing that. I might get in that business. Huh?
Chuck.
Yeah, I might get in that business.
Oh, okay.
That ain't bad money.
No,
They got $30,000 and they paid him $5,000 for running ahead of them with a police radio. That ain't bad money for 3 hours.
No. Junkyard Yankee Living says that's good money until somebody asks you for a receipt. I don't think they're really worried about a receipt. Your prescription is your receipt.
Yeah, if you want a receipt, you ain't gonna get a prescription. So you still want that prescription?
Sure. Did you guys watch The Rookie? You guys watch that show?
Nah, I don't watch it.
The very beginning of it, there's a cop fighting with a driver, and two cops roll up on him, and they get the cop and the driver separated, and they put handcuffs on the driver. Well, they said, what happened? And the driver said, well, he told me he'd write me a ticket, and if I give him $100, he'd let me go. Well, I give him $100, and he refused to put the ticket up. And so they said, well, we'll find this out. It should be all on his body cam. Come to find out, it was, somebody acting as a cop. It was funny, man. The guy tried running away. You could tell his car wasn't a cop car because the decals was falling off. It was kind of cool.
I got one of them flashing red lights.
Yeah?
Yeah, a magnet you stick on top of the car.
Yep.
I was gonna drive over to my neighbor and have it plugged in and just see how many people scatter.
Yeah. When I was younger, my mom and dad had friends, and they were both police officers. One was the sheriff. Her husband was the sheriff, and she was a deputy. And my mom and dad would go with them, and we'd go over and see them. And my dad would go with the sheriff, and my mom would go with the deputy. And they would cruise through town with the lights and sirens on just to go to the bar. But this was back in the 60s, nobody gave a shit back then, And they got done, they'd lights and sirens back to the house. So
They had one of them light bars that goes on top of the vehicle out there at McLeod there it laid around there for a year or two. I could have brought it home. I guess I should have got it. Stick it on top, and it's the old revolving blue and red light bar.
Yep.
Now they use the little LED type deals.
Right.
They're smaller and some of them mount inside,
Right.
I imagine they finally throw that thing away. It sat there in the garage for a long time. It's probably a $1,000 light bar.
Good morning, Gene Chambers. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. Bob was actually pretty surprised last night there, Junkyard, when the mayor actually called me back. I didn't think he would call me back.
I didn't figure he'd call you.
Well, and I did. About 4 months ago, I gave him a bottle of wine. I took it over and put it on the chair of his office.
Well, y'all buddies then.
Well, I told him when he come over, when he was running for mayor, and he's a Democrat, I talked to him and I said, I'm not a straight up Republican or anything. 'Cause I've always voted Democrat. I vote for the best person for the job now. So I voted for him. You know, he sat here for 2 hours and talked to me, you know, and I told him, I said, you know, my concerns about the old mayor. I said, you know, it ain't been nothing but corruption in this city for years. And he agreed. Well, then I said, you know, I make wine, and I told him, I said, if you win, I will bring you a bottle of wine. Well, he won, so I took him a bottle of wine. So he told me he's not really a wine drinker. He said, but that was some good stuff. He said him and his wife finished it that night. I said, well, that's good. So.
Sounds like he's starting to be a wine drinker.
Yeah, I'll have to take him a bottle of apple pie. That'll get him going. I actually should do that this weekend. I got 3 gallons of apple cider out there in the refrigerator that's froze. Get that thawed out.
You need to stay on his good side.
Yeah. Because I'm probably going to end up ticking him off because I am going to put this video on Facebook.
You know, it's not what you know, but who you know.
That's right. Booze brides. That's right, Tim. He called me and he said, you know, I just ran a red light talking or dialing the phone for you. And I said, don't worry about it. I'm sure you can get that ticket fixed. That's right, Christy.
Yeah, once you hit 50, they count faster too.
That's right. Because you have less time. Good morning, Alf. You remember that movie Raw Deal with Arnold Schwarzenegger? And the guy says, well, my time is just as valuable as your time. And the guy looks at him and says, no, your time's worth more because you have less of it. Yeah, funny.
You're right, Alf. Alf. You need to ban your S10 pickup. And you get that on the tax reserve and pay with that S10.
My sister said they run out of gas the other day. You know, she's 70-something years old. She told me, she said, I got to tell you, we run out of gas. I said, did you whip out your AAA card? And she said, yeah, we did. So they brought us 5 gallons of gas out there.
Huh.
No charge.
What did they do? Run out of gas at home?
No, she said they's on the road there somewhere. And so they just forgot to get any gas and said it quit. They was there pretty close to home.
Now I had a friend that had AAA, but they wouldn't bring out gas to you. So if he knew he didn't have gas to get to town, he had a Chevy full-size 3/4 ton pickup with a 454 in it, and he knew how much gas he had in that truck, and if he knew he couldn't make it to town to get gas, he'd stop, call AAA from a payphone, and they would pick up his truck, take it to the nearest filling station or repair station. They'd drop it. He'd pull it up to the pumps and buy gas.
She said they brought it out in one of them plastic gas cans. I don't know how much they brought. But I just assumed they used a 5 gallon gas can.
Most likely.
I asked her if they had to pay for it, and she said no. She said we didn't have to sign nothing.
Yeah, they'll do that once or twice, but you keep you keep running out of gas, and they won't do that. After a while, they stop.
You need to sign up there. That way you get some free gas.
Yeah, there you go.
High price gas.
Yeah, that was AAA, you said there, RV. Good morning, RV Lucky. Nice to have you here. Good to see you.
I might have to sign up with them.
There you go. Hell, if you got 20 gallons of gas a year, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Get your money back.
Yeah. especially at $3 a gallon.
They'll come out and change a tire for you. I mean, you might have to wait 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
I guess if you went out and seen your pickup had a flat on it, I'm going to go somewhere this evening, you call them this morning and say, I got a flat. Time you got ready to go, they'd have it changed.
That's funny, Al. Al says, why don't Chevys get much nose damage and head-on collisions? Because the Ford tow truck in the front of it takes most of the impact. That's funny.
Grizz, you see my comment on your Chevy Blazer video?
You've had nothing but trouble in your electrical problems in your lawnmower and your ambulance? What, the mice get into it? Squirrels get into it? Chipmunks or something? They're notorious for that stuff.
I've got one of them little Blazers down here. It's missing its heart, though. It ain't got no motor.
How's the body?
It's nice, except for one glass is gone.
Yeah. What are you asking for?
I just, old boy gave it to me. I loaded it on the trailer and brought it out here.
Huh.
He pulled the motor out. He had a 4-cylinder in it, and he got that motor.
Oh. It's a newer Blazer.
Oh, it's a square body,
Yeah.
just like the one Grizz has got.
70s, 80s?
I'd be a 81 to a 93 or 4. I think this one's a 80 something model.
Can
83,
you
84, 85.
get back to the good old days where it didn't have any of that electronic bullshit in it?
No, this don't have. I mean, it was well, it had throttle body fuel injection on it.
No. I'm looking for something that doesn't have anything electronic in it.
I've got 2 the last 10 pickups that's got the 2.8s in them. They're carbureted. You know, they don't have nothing on them. They didn't go to fuel injection to about 87.
Right. Well, they had electronic ignition and stuff. I'm talking about getting rid of all that too. Go to a coil and the whole,
Yeah, electronic ignition. They started that in 80, 73 or 4. My 74 had points in it.
Yeah,
like
73 was the first year.
Electronic ignition.
Yeah, when they come out with unleaded fuel, you know.
Mine had the points and condenser made together. You remember those?
Yeah, I do.
So, you can reach through the little old window with a Allen wrench and adjust them.
Yep. That's what's the good old days, wasn't it, Junkyard?
Yeah, you didn't have to take the distributor cap off.
Right.
You had to look at the gap and everything, but I mean, you could adjust it actually through the window. You could actually adjust it with the running if you wanted to.
Right.
You know, if it was closed up and you kept turning and it started, you could turn it and adjust it and turn it where it run the best, you know.
Right. Good morning, Jeffrey. How are you doing today? Nice to see you here.
I didn't make him but a year or so.
I remember him.
But they'll retrofit, you know, the GM distributors.
Right.
Of course, you won't have no window there. You have to change the distributor cap too to have a little window deal. I think it was in the cap. Hell, I can't remember now.
Oh, it's solenoid went out on your ambulance? Okay. It's a solenoid went out, but I know what you're talking about. Solenoid, yep. So, coffee, that's right, Jeffrey, coffee. You know what I used to do with my lawnmowers and stuff? I would, when I had them in the shed or my garage at the other place, I would put a nice heavy tarp over them. But when I did that, I'd also put a tray, a little bitty foil tray of mothballs underneath there. And you'd be surprised who doesn't like being underneath a tent full of mothballs.
Yeah.
Mice, squirrels, everybody, they hate it. They'll run out of there just as fast as they run in there.
Throw mothballs out and you'll keep snakes away too.
Oh, yeah. Every winter before I'd shut down for the camper up there, I would pour a couple boxes of mothballs underneath the trailer. And then I would take them and put them in trays in the cupboards. And I would put some, in the living room and in the dining room and, the bedroom and bathroom. And put some in there too. But I'd also take a couple trays of kitty litter. The trays that you can buy that already got kitty litter in them. You pull the paper off and set, a box in the living room, dining room, and a box in the bathroom.
Yeah, they absorb the moisture.
Yeah, it absorbs the moisture. You're right. Yeah, you got to spread his legs apart, Tim.
Yeah, you can raise the hood on a car, and the rats won't chew your wires up too.
Yeah.
They don't like that sunshine. Of course, rain blows in there then, so I never do it.
Yeah, because you're doing more damage to the engine than anything else.
Right. Or the wind to get up and blow the hood off of it.
Yep. Shatter the windshield and everything else.
But I see a lot of people do that. They'll raise the hood up and just leave the hood up. Gene said it was in the distributor cap. I thought it was.
Yeah, it was in the distributor cap.
The little door there, slide up.
Yep. Little tin door.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was the hardest thing in the world to get that door to go up or to go down, but then, it gets stuck or whatever. I used to just take a little pair of pliers and tonk on it a couple of times and then, it would loosen up. Yeah, the dryer sheets work too there, Yankee Living.
I've seen people do that. Stick a hose over the exhaust right down the gopher hole. Leave it sitting there running for an hour or two.
Old-fashioned rat killing. That's right, Junkyard.
I was going to try that and I never did. I've got gophers down at my other place. A few.
Yeah, you stick a hose down here and plug the hole.
I think it's just one or two, and they run around in certain places. I was out there last year and watched one. He digging this little old hole, and I was probably 20 foot from him, and he'd stick his head up. Well, if I had a 22 there, I could have nailed him.
You could have shot him in the knee, and the Kodiak bear could have got him.
Usually, they won't ever hardly show herself. I guess he was brave. I guess.
I didn't even miss you, Big Steve. Hell, I didn't even know you weren't here. Did you guys miss Big Steve? No, they didn't miss you. I'm just kidding. Yes, Steve, we missed you. Where the hell was you? Was you sitting on Alf's lap talking about his blazer?
Nah, I used to have some lead arsenic. Had a whole jar full of lead arsenic.
Yeah. Oh. Well, no, I didn't think he wasn't coming. I just thought you was busy this morning.
I was cleaning out the old smokehouse, and I had a jar of lead arsenic and one of them old paper tubes of DDT.
Huh. That's some healthy stuff to be handling.
A DET
Good
worked
morning, Ernie.
it worked pretty good. You know, you used to get that gopher bait you put in those gopher plows. You ever seen those where you go out there and run through your hay meadow? They got a little shank and they got a little hopper, and you put that, it's Milo. It's treated with strychnine. And it, like little BBs, and it lays it down in the, you crisscross your hay meadow about every 5 foot. And it don't disturb your hay meadow. It just leaves a little streak across it. But people on sandy ground around here, they do it quite often. The gophers, they don't like this black ground, but that sandy ground, you'll find them in it all the time.
Right.
They'll get so big, they look like little condominiums out there. You take a rotary mower and go across there mowing hay, and I've actually seen them so bad they'll trip your mower.
Huh.
Or if you hit one of them, those rotary blades will slang dirt everywhere. But and it's hard. It dulls your blades real fast too.
Right.
And but anyway, I have seen people throw that gopher bait out on the ground, and of course it'll kill the hell out of birds.
Yes, I did, Big Steve.
You'll have dead birds laying everywhere. But they took that off the market now. I don't know what they use in it now.
There's a bunch of them stuff, that old chemicals you just said you can't buy no more. Or you can buy it, but you have to have a farmer's license or farm license. I don't know. Why did you bother come to work? Nothing going on, Linda? You're looking lovely. Used to have a wood shed at the other place, and it was behind the garage. Well, yeah, I'd sit on the back deck drinking coffee, and you could see these rats were underneath the shed, and they'd come out, look around, and it used to be an old dog kennel there, and so they would dig around, and they'd find old dog food and all this other stuff and take it back down. Well, me being the nice guy I was, I'd put a tray of dog food out there with some rat poison, so they could come out and eat. Well, then I also sat on the back porch with a BB gun, testing my sniper skills. I tell you what, I got more of them before they got back to the hole than the ones that didn't make it. So
Chlorodyne is some good stuff too. It kill the hell out of them termites.
You're stupid laser, freaking quit. Are you talking about Consuelo? Consuelo, quit. Poor old Consuelo. There you go, Al.
Lorinda can do what she wants to now.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun day at work.
Huh. Well, maybe you ought to consider taking that job now.
Give yourself the day off, Renda.
Yeah. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
You're the boss. Just go ahead and give yourself a day off.
That's right. You could write yourself up and give you 3 days off. That's for coming in late, Renda. Take that, girl. And write yourself up and give yourself 3 days off.
You can hire your daughter now.
Yeah. Yeah. Emily can go there and knock the farts out of sheets.
Show up with a baseball bat. You're hired.
Now, why did Consuelo quit? You thought that was funny?
Yeah.
Hey, what if I was a stupid? I'd give myself 3 days off when I wanted to time off. They probably caught her stealing.
They didn't holler out, did they?
Well, a lot of times they'll give you an option: quit or be terminated. So you're somebody else's problem. Because in the state of Michigan, if you fire somebody and their new employer calls you up, you can't tell them why you fired them anyways. So you might as well just let them quit and deny their unemployment.
Right.
Now, when they have the unemployment here, and you can say, "Well, we fired her for breaking the rules of our rules, and there was property loss." Rocky Brook, good morning.
She violated policy.
That's right. You only work Monday through Thursday.
Hey, Al. Hey, Al. You get them gaping Jesus. All of them, all gold and gaping.
Down the road they go. There you go. That's funny, Yankee. Now, when I was working for the trucking company, me and the boss, the manager got along real good. I went in there one day and he says, I said something. He said, "Keep that shit up. I'm going to fire you." I said, "Really? You ain't going to fire me." He says, "Why is that?" I said, "Because for one thing, you wouldn't know what the hell is going on here because I'm the one that's running this place. You just don't know it." He looked at me and he said, "I wondered who was making all the executive decisions."
Grizz must have a bunch of Rhode Island Reds
Right.
and redneck chickens. Like I'm gonna get me a chicken or two next year so I can have a Easter egg hunt.
There you go. Make sure you keep them in the oven. They're junkyard. Just slightly warm them up every day, but be very, very careful on the way you handle them. And then you set them out there. That'll be a present for all the kids.
And they be some guineas because it's hard to find their eggs.
I don't blame you there, RV. Hiding white eggs in the snow. What you do, Gene, is you take the eggs and you put them in the snow, but then you drizzle lemonade all the way around the egg. Go get them, kids.
About June, you can say, "Well, there's some clumps of snow that never did melt."
I don't know if you guys have ever smelled a rotten egg that's exploded, but I remember when I was a kid, I was out collecting eggs and I was walking by the chicken coop and I see this egg that was sitting there. I said, "Now wait a minute."
Give them a piece of your mind, Renda.
That egg, I never remember sitting there. I went to go pick that up, and that thing was rotten to the core. It exploded, man. I was so sick. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat for a couple of days because every time I smelled something, that's all I could smell. That's right. Give a piece of your mind, Brenda, and then quit.
Time for a big raise. Doesn't give you a big raise.
That's right. Nobody's going to be a quitter on a quitter.
You ought to get double pay.
That's right. You're paying Consuelo's pay. And tell them you can speak English. Very good. You sure it'll fail you in another 100,000 or 200,000 miles? I wouldn't doubt it at all. I like them Cadbury X2. There, too many of them. That'll knock your A1C clean up there. Oh yeah, they did.
My Ranger got to where it was hard to start one time, and battery was getting low. And come to find out, it had a battery out of a Chevrolet. I had to get a new battery.
Had one more battery in it. My brother was up this weekend, was talking to me, and he said that he was going to, he's coming up and he's going to bring me a solar system. It's not a big one, but what it'll be is less like 1,000-watt system. Something that I can leave in the garage and can pull the panel out during the day or whatever and charge with the battery. So in case we lose power, I can run the refrigerators or whatever. So that's pretty cool.
I'd be like a $25 Impala I bought when I was in the Army in the parking lot. That old boy, he was cussing and throwing wrenches at it. He said, "I take $25 for this SOB right now." And I said, "You serious?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You got title?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll buy it." So he couldn't get it to run. Anyway, all it was a fuel line. They went from the fuel line over to the fuel pump. Had a hole in it. One side had been sideswiped. The other side, the driver's side, was great. Had a damn good motor and transmission in it. I bought it. And he told me, he said, that thing's got a real good battery on it, so we stole it off a Cadillac. A new Cadillac. So I brought it home, put it in another Impala I had. A damn nice car.
Huh.
It had automatic headlight dimmer up on the fender. Was driving it back. We drove it around out there a little bit, and it's 200 miles from Fort Sill to here. So my buddy was coming home that weekend, and I drove it back. That way I could ride back with him. And we hit the road, and it started getting dark, and turned the lights on, and I started meeting cars, and the headlights would just dim by themselves. And I reached down there, back then they had the old dimmer switch in the floorboard. And I'd start to dim it. I reached over there and would start to tap it with my toe, and the headlights would go ahead and dim on their own. Then once the car went by, well, it'd come back on bright. Made a car, and it'd go back to dim automatically. Come to find out, it had that little old sensor up on the fender there that when it got so close, it would dim the headlights automatically. It was pretty advanced. It was pretty advanced for 1969.
That is. Now I gotta buy the batteries there, Yankee, but that's no big deal. I'll buy, I don't know, 3 or 4 batteries and hook them up in a series, and that way I got plenty of long-term power if I need them.
If you run a Ford and a Chevy off a cliff, the Ford would hit the ground first.
Yep, there's no wheel.
They just run faster.
So are you trying to say there, Junkyard, if you pushed a Chevy and a Dodge off a cliff, which one would hit the ground first? And are you trying to say who cares? That sounds pretty cool there, Rocky. I thought about actually just buying the batteries for my Hover-Round and stuff. I don't use my Hover-Round or nothing anymore. But if I buy the batteries for my Hover-Round, okay, those are a deep cycle battery, and in case I ever needed my Hover-Round, I had batteries. So, I don't know. I actually think those batteries are probably the best, because where else can you take a 400-pound guy, put him in a chair, and on a fully charged 2 sets of batteries, and drive around for 12 miles and then come home? So.
Tim, say that well. I just keep my medium truck.
Back in the late 60s, there was a guy had a big old, well, I'll have to come back to that.
I believe they're 12 volt, Rocky. I can't remember right now offhand, but I think they're 12 volt. I'll get it. But I believe they're 12 volt. So, but each one is it's pretty nice, because if you look at the Hover-Round setup, they each they have their own charger system on. You hook into your charger, but they got a 40 amp fuse for each battery, so it keeps them from blowing or whatever. So, it makes it nice. I have actually 3 Hover-Rounds, so I had 4 and sold the 4th one. Yeah, they're used to being charged and discharged a lot. That's right.
I was going to tell you, my neighbor down there, my buddy had a big old ditch, great big old ditch. They wanted to fill up. So sometime we had no car, we just wreck it out. We just put it in that ditch. But what we do, it was downhill, almost a quarter of a mile, and we take the left door off and throw it in the back seat. And the thing wouldn't have no motor, transmission stuff in it, and we get it rolling, and we'd ride it down that. It's pretty rough. We'd ride it down there, and right before it went off, this ditch was deep. It's like 20, 30 foot deep. And right before it went off there, we'd bail out the left door. There wasn't no stopping it. Pretty good little old ride.
Huh.
We set all that stuff on fire one time. We took 5 or 10 gallons of gas and got out there and poured it all over that stuff. And we was sitting up there on the bank directly. Bullets started firing. A lot of people had bullets laying on the seat and stuff.
Right.
So, it's high powered bullets, like 30 bullets or something.
I don't know if the VA still does that or not. When I needed a Hover-Round, I called Hover-Round up and I said, "Hey, I'm on Medicare." "Oh, really?" I said, "Yeah." Oh, they'll cover it. So I started talking to them, and we got through all the paperwork and stuff, and then they called me back and said, "You've been denied by Medicare." Oh, wasn't that a kick in the ass? So I started looking around on the classifieds and stuff and on the internet, and I found an electric wheelchair, and I found an electric hover round. And I started looking at both of them, and I bought the hover round. So.
In a hot air, it don't weigh as much either, Chris. I seen a good buy on Marketplace yesterday, but I didn't pursue it. They had one of those John Deere Gators.
Yeah.
And it had, it wasn't a single front end. It was had the 6 tires on it, 4 on the back, 3 in the front. Said they parked it in the barn 7 or 8 years ago, and said it would need a couple of tires and, of course, the fuel system. $400.
I should have bought that.
Yeah, that's a good buy.
Yeah.
I got
Big Mama
too many things now, though.
Big Mama would knock in and noggin, you bring home something else. You got to do like I do, Junkyard. When she sees something that I have, oh, hell, I've had that for so long, it's pathetic.
We had one out there at work, and that thing was tough. It's got the variable drive, had a Kawasaki 1-cylinder motor. And it had that variable drive. We put a belt on it once, and we put some wheel bearings in it. But it got the heck drove out of it. And it was donated to us by the Lane Research Station when they closed it. So it was years and years old anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It rode hard and put up wet.
I know that feeling. Poor Tammy. Giving Bobby her birthday gift to him. That shouldn't be but a minute. So what are you doing today there, Junkyard? I see you got your marching orders.
Well, I don't know. I'll probably build that A-frame. I'm kind of needing it.
What are you going to use that for?
I wouldn't raise up the front or back of a lawnmower. Just
okay.
Chain hoist and stand it straight up.
There you go.
I get about 7 foot tall.
That way you can tickle his belly.
Yep.
Welcome back, Bobby. Tammy, my condolences. Birthday present, Bobby?
No, not yet.
I was thinking about doing that there, RV, taking them and putting them together. One is just a frame, and the other one's a regular chair. I thought about hooking them together, and actually making it. It would have and it's got the dual casters back here, so it would have 4 sets of tires, or 4 tires, and then a set of dual casters back here. I think that would be a tough little cookie, man. Make it on a swivel so whenever you went over, a bump or something like that, it would actually, climb down without being, caught up. So.
A what?
Talking about my hover round.
Oh,
Taking 2 sets of the hover round axles and mounting them together. Put it on a rocker, so when you go up a hill like this or like that, you're not just, if you leave it straight and you hit a hill, everything goes like this and nothing works. But if you put it on,
I was wanting to do a lawnmower like that, riding lawnmower, have a tag axle back.
right,
Be nice if you get both of them to drive,
right.
have them float.
Well, you can do that. Just run a double pulley from one to the back, and then hook the gears, hook the shifters together. And most of them are hydromatics anymore, so you can do that way.
Yeah, if you get the only thing is the belts. You have to have an idler system on your belts to let that belt stay on there.
Right.
Then you can stack 2 pulleys up on the front and the back and let them drive each other,
Right.
Just take a pulley on the front and tack weld another one on top of it.
Yeah.
And you have to have an idler in between there, keep the belt tight.
Wouldn't be that hard to figure out. You got a welder. I assume you do have a welder, right, Gary?
I got several.
I know.
Put a spring-loaded idler on it, so it always keep tension on it. On the off side of it.
Yeah.
Got to get a tensioner off of an old car motor. They're pretty stout.
Oh yeah.
If you had a good mount for it to, mount on, it would keep plenty of tension on it.
Yeah, get one of them serpentine tenders.
And they got the flat pulley on them, so they go against the back side of the belt, and it'd be perfect.
Right.
You just have to have a good mount for it, and it'd have to be in line with the rear ends and swivel with it.
All right, everybody. It is 9:29. Bobby, tell them about your channel.
Okay, I do everything on mine. I'm mechanics. I'm no more mechanics. Grip moving on, and I'm moving me.
Okay. Boring. Really, Steve? Huh? Well, I can quit it being so boring there, Steve. There you go.
I knew it.
All right, Junkyard, talk about your channel for a minute.
I knew it was gonna happen.
My channel,
Yep.
it's just a jack of all trades.
Hopefully you're going to do a video of that A-frame. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I do when I get it built. I can do a little walk around.
Okay. All right, everybody. It's 9:30. I got to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Prayers and peace. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay dry. I appreciate Junkyard for being here. I appreciate Bobby for being here. Happy birthday, Bobby, and have a great day.
Busy man, don't. I'm about to see you in the next team.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a live stream too today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
I'm around, Bobby. I'll be there.
okay?
What time?
Till at noon.
Noon, so that'd be 1 o'clock my time. I'll try to be there. I'll go to the store, so.
I'll come check every now and then and see if it's on.
All right. All right. Well, y'all have a great day. God bless. Prayers and peace. Stay warm. Stay safe. Stay dry. And we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. So, yay! Have a good one, everybody. Thanks, Junkyard and Bobby, for being here. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.